Hello, everybody. Good evening. Just wanted to give you a brief intro to what we're doing. We're not starting quite yet, but I want to let you guys know some basic information. We're not doing a presentation today or a question and answer. What we're doing here today is getting your comments and your opinion on the project. So if you do have questions about the project, how it impacts you, where it's going to go near your property, those kinds of things, we do have the applicant at the white table and commission staffs at the table on the side by the windows. There are experts that can answer your questions. And then once you have your answers, feel free to give your comment based on, with including that information that you learned. So if you're saying like, I'm not sure if the line is going in a particular place. Now that I know, I have an opinion. I want to tell you what I think about it. So that's kind of the idea of what we're here today to do here today. What we're here to do today. So and I can give you some basics now. We actually want to get started here. So just so you know, if you do have questions, that's the process. We can take a few minutes once after we get started and we get some comments. If people still have questions, we can take a break and have you do that. But what we're doing here today is getting your public comments. This is the Western Wisconsin Connection Project. That was application filed by Xcel Energy, Northern States Power, and American Transmission Company. The application was made to the Public Service Commission. That's the state agency that needs to review the application and has the authority to approve, modify, or reject the application. So I'm the administrative law judge for the Public Service Commission. My name is Michael Newmark. I work for the Public Service Commission, the people who are going to decide the application. And then we have staff members for the commissioner in the back, like I mentioned before. The commission is run by 3 commissioners, and they're the people that'll actually make the decision on the case. So what they need to do is, what I do is I provide the record for them to base their decision. So I give them the documentation that they need to form the basis of their opinion. And part of that record is expert testimony that we're going to receive on August 5th. Parties to the case and commission staff have filed that information on our website. And we'll come together in Madison on August 5th to meet, and I'll receive that evidence. They'll verify it under oath, and we'll make those witnesses subject to cross-examination between the parties and staff. That's one part of the process. And then the commissioners will use that information to make their decision. But we're also doing the public process. And the same thing will happen. We're collecting your opinions and comments, and that information will be presented to the commissioners too, to use to make their decision. So this is the last public hearing. So we've been in Eau Claire yesterday, and we're here today in the afternoon and right now. And what we can do here today is collect your spoken statement. You can come up and I'll give you a chance to speak your comment. But there's also opportunity to file a written comment. And we've been doing that since June 12th, receiving written comments in the case. Those can be filed on our website or mailed to us. And we need to get your comment in by the 26th. So that's the deadline for written comments. But if you're here and you want to give a spoken comment, we can certainly do that today. So when you're speaking a comment, we're transcribing it. So I'll just ask people when they're making their comment to be slow and clear when they speak. And also no extraneous noises, no phones going off or people whispering or chatting. That's just going to distract our court reporter here, and she's got to listen to what you say and get your comment down so the commissioners can read it. So we just want to give everyone a chance to do that in a respectful way. So process is pretty simple. If you do want to give a spoken comment, I'm getting all my words confused. It's been a long day. I apologize. But if you do want to speak a comment, first step is to get one of these forms. They're in the back with Allison in the back of the room. And all you need to do is fill out the top your name, and if you want to give us your address, and then just have to check the box that says speak now, yes. Once you do that, she'll get the form up to me and I'll have it to announce. So I got 2 so far, and we can stay until we're done. So so far we have 2. So I'll just call out your name and have you come up and take a seat. I'll swear you in, get your name for the record, and you just need to give us your opinion. We'll just take it down word for word. Besides that, we also want to mention that when the commissioners, the process when they make their decision is they'll review the record, then they'll meet an open meeting in Madison, and those are also live streamed. So you can watch them. They'll vote on the issues in the case, and they go through each item that they need to decide. And it's basically just majority rules. There's 3 commissioners. They'll vote on each issue, and then once they've made that decision, a written order is written that reflects their decisions, and then that's filed. It's emailed to the parties in the case and posted on the commission's website. And the location of those documents, you actually, if you have an appearance slip, you can get to the location of the documents. It's at this link at the top, and this QR code gives you our document repository for this docket, and you'll see all the documents in the case. You can subscribe, so you get a notice if a new document's filed. And then also on the form is a link and a QR code to our written comment website and the address to mail comments. So a lot of information on here. We have plenty of copies if you want to take one on your way out. Feel free. We also have the notice of hearing. And that has a little more information. We have a few copies of that. But it does give you some contact information and place to get to our commission calendar. So that's some other resource for you. But at this point, I think I've done boring you with all the preliminary things, so I think we can get started. Like I mentioned, I'll call your name, have you come up, give your comment, and then the commission will have it. I'll give it to them for them to review. So first person we have here is John Stanek. You come up here. I'm just going to be fiddling with this a minute here. Let me just get this straight. Okay, I think that will do. So just to note, we're zooming. We can take comments by Zoom. We're also live streaming this on YouTube. So you're the star for now, John. I'm going to swear you in first. So raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes.
All right. So give us your name and comment and try to speak into the mic.
My name is John Stanek. I live south of Cadott, and the line is going to be crossing 4,800 and some feet across my property. I have an existing line there now, 161 line running across there now. The new line that they're proposing is going to be built to the north of that, closer to my house than the existing 161 line that's there now. And my concern with that is the number one would be property values. I've got a line there now. Now they're going to run a second one there. I'm sure it's going to diminish my property values on my property. And also working with that, we have agricultural land and we have woods there also. We've got a pole in the middle of our agricultural field now. And they're going to have to add a pole there because it's on top of a hill. They can't get by without it. And then going to the west, the line is not on my property, but where they're proposing on putting it, they're going to be opening up through my woods, cutting a 150-foot swath through the woods, going into an agricultural field on the backside, and we'll have to be working around those poles in our agricultural land also, which is detrimental to us. I have a person that rents it, and with the equipment we have and everything that they're having, it's going to be a problem working around the poles. It is going to be close to my residence. I'm guessing with the information I've received, it's going to be about 200 feet from my house. And magnetic impulse always goes to the north. I don't know how that's going to affect all of our simple things. TV reception. I don't have cable. I'm on an antenna. I don't know if that's going to bother us or not for that. But of talking to some people that live closer to these lines, and they're talking about the noise that they generate, especially in a rainstorm, snowstorm like this. And there's always kind of a hum that is with that. Talking with neighbors, there's one neighbor and it's going over the top of his shed. And he can, I guess, bring that to himself. I don't know, and if this could be back to, originally they talked about placing it along Highway 29. And I think that that would be the best solution, to put it back out on the Highway 29 route, for lots of reasons. There's less contact with residences, and there's way less problems, I think, crossing that. They've talked, and I've asked a couple of times, and they say that one reason that they haven't dropped that route is because of an operating airport. Well, the operating airport is a private airstrip that he flies maybe once a month out of there, and it parallels Highway 29. Move the line to the north side of Highway 29, gives him plenty of room for his airport. He doesn't have to cross it at all to work out of there. And again, back on that, access to the line for repair, maintenance. They have Highway 29, they can run there and get to their line, access their line for any maintenance or anything they need at any time, very easy, which would make it, they don't have to go across agricultural land if they have to go in, pay for losses of agricultural product, or if they have to do restoration on the land or anything like that, they can work with the state. They don't have, it would be a win-win, I think, for them to put it out on 29. So I guess that's my comments. Thank you.
Now, you mentioned your property, but I don't have the number of I know the street address on here. Did you want to?
Right there.
Oh, is it the number on there? Oh, it's oh yeah, sorry. You're right. Yeah. Thanks a lot.
You bet. Thank you.
All right. So Bill Henry, you're next. Now you know the drill. You swear or affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
Yes, I do.
Name and comment.
Bill Henry. I'm again south of Kadatu. And that's kind of my issues, is what the gentleman before me talked about, but we bought this land 12 years ago, 40 acres, beautiful, pristine. The power lines is to the south of us. We purchased another 40 acres. And now they're gonna come onto my land, which is gonna go right over my shed, which I put on there 10 years ago, which I've got to follow the laws and the bylaws off the lot line and road and so forth. Then they're gonna jog and come back in and take part of my agricultural again, which I lease to the farmer, which is really frustrating. So then we're gonna be, my wife and I are technically gonna be sitting on our back deck looking at the power line off our deck. Then they're gonna continue it to the west. And they're gonna take out part of my woods, and that is the best part of my wood. That's the most oaks I have. So, I mean, I'm just kind of frustrated with that. And then I did fill out all the questionnaires and stuff that's been coming in the mail. I've got a natural spring in the northwest corner of my land. I'm worried about that affecting that. I've got a creek running through there, which the spring feeds in now. And where they're gonna actually put that new line, if they do with project 2, is gonna be right through that creek again. I'm worried about contamination, worried about losing that farmland rental. I mean, I just don't wanna see this. I'd rather, like, why not go on 29? Or like when I talked to a person in Madison, why not put it on the existing line or update them? Why do you gotta make a whole nother 150 feet to the north? That's what I'm kind of concerned with more than anything. Is I said, I don't want that creek to be contaminated. I don't want to lose my farmland. I don't want that power line right over my shed and right in my backyard, looking at my backyard. I mean, that's all I can really say, is the best I can explain it to you guys, but so I'm against that plan. I would, like you say, why not follow 29? I know where that gentleman is with the airport, and he does use it very few times, but I know he got it kind of overturned to going through there. But I think take another alternative route.
All right, well, thanks very
Okay,
much.
yep, thank you.
Okay, that's the last, those are the only appearance slips I have, so if you guys want to make a comment, I'll need a form or just let me know. We're gonna take a recess just in case people can settle in, and if you change your mind, you want to make a comment, there's still be an opportunity to do that. So probably take a 10-minute break for you guys to figure that out, and we'll be back around to 6:25.
Learning more every day.
Yeah. Okay, people, let me get your attention one more time. 6:25. So let me just get everyone's attention here. I just want to check. I have no more appearance slips here, so no one wants to make a comment now. Is that right? Okay, no one new on Zoom. So at this point, we have all the comments we can collect at this point. Don't forget, we are still accepting written comments up until July 26th. So get those to us online or by mail. Thanks very much, everyone, for attending, and we're adjourned. Take care.